Welcome to another episode of Relationship Unleashed. This is your host CJ. If this is your first time tuning in, this channel talks about all things relationships, how to make it better, how to avoid conflict, how to make the best out of your relationship, and of course, how to resolve issues. If this kind of topic is something that you're interested in, please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll continue getting contents like this. Now, today we're going to be talking about communication. We all know communication is important in every relationship. Matter of fact, it seems like it's the number one thing for any successful relationship. Communication, communication, communication. Many people understand communication to just be, being able to talk with your partner, but it's not just talking. It's both the verbal and the non-verbal. It's how you react. There's a lot of things that pours into communication to make a relationship successful. So we're going to be going over 4 different things that you can do to improve the communication between you and your partner, which will increase the chances of you guys having a great relationship. Number 1 is prioritizing listening over speaking. Now, one of the biggest problems that happen in any relationship is when there's a need for people to put their point across. There's usually exchange of words. People don't listen. They are just ready to dish out their point, and they don't even try to understand the point that the other person is making, because in their mind, they already have a decisive conclusion on what or how the issue should be addressed. So it makes them not to listen, and they're just processing the next thing that they will say instead of understanding the point that the partner is making. So the first thing to note here is that you should always allow your partner finish. Let them finish, and then make an active effort to listen and understand what they're saying. And I get it. If it's an argument, you are probably, already angry, or you are in a mood and you are not really open. Your mind is not really open to listening to them because, of course, probably, you already have your mindset on what you think the situation or the outcome should be. So what happens is your mind tends to shut down to what the person is saying. So you have to actively listen. Give them a chance to talk and try to understand their point, because at the end of the day, what you guys are really trying to do is find the best way forward. No matter what happened in the past, that cannot be changed. With this open mind, you're just trying to make sure that the way forward is actually smooth, and that's what makes this important. Number 2 is to pay attention to your non-verbal actions. So usually when there's an argument, whether it's heated or non-heated, even when you are listening, you tend to be making non-verbal actions like motions. Things like flinching, clenching your fist, crossing your legs, making faces, whether it's I don't care faces, or maybe you're just looking away. All these non-verbal motions actually affect the communication process. So what happens is, although the person is talking and you are not talking back to them, their mind is processing all those things that you're doing, and it's all suggestive of that you do not agree, and you are not even open to hearing really, or understanding, or considering what they're saying. So as much as possible, try to avoid putting out negative non-verbal vibes. In that way, they will at least still feel like they're connected to you while they're making their point. This also lets them, listen to your own point of view when it's your time to talk. Number 3 is making requests instead of demands. If you take communication from the shallow point of view, you can say that by just talking that you are communicating. That's not necessarily communication. Now, one of the biggest issues that we have in relationships is the sense of entitlement. Because I'm your girl or because I'm your guy, you must do that for me. Now, when you demand things, it's kind of hard for your partner to connect and agree. So instead of demanding, it's always better that you request. While requesting, you could actually put forward your feelings. Let the person know how you feel about the situation and what would actually make you happier if they were to, make some adjustments. This approach actually draws them to you and lets them see your point of view without having to see it as a demand. When you lead them to that space, they are the ones that are going to now agree to do that. Most of the time, they will actually suggest that they do it to kind of help the situation out. However, when you place it as a demand, it totally messes up the vibe, because now they see it as you are, enforcing or demanding that they do something or else. That's when you start hearing things like, and if I don't do it, what will now happen? Or else what? They kind of start challenging your request because you put it out as a demand, and issues might not get resolved. So always try to request instead of demand. Number 4 is always try to show empathy. Now, empathy technically is just you putting yourself in the person's shoes. So look at the problem or the issue from your partner's point of view. What happens when you do this is you are able to feel the way they will feel. Like, what if this was me? What if I were in his shoes or her shoes? How would you feel about the situation? So when you put yourself in their shoes, your partner's shoes, or you start looking at it through their lens, you would be able to connect better and help you make decisions or come to conclusions that will benefit both of you, because now you're looking at it from both your view and their view, because either way you still want it to be a fair outcome. And empathy goes a long way when you're talking about relationship issues, because keep in mind, these are two people that come together from different walks of life, maybe different backgrounds of life, different social class, and you guys come and try to be an item. So there's always going to be differences. There's always going to be those human imperfections. Putting yourself in your partner's shoes allows you to see things from their own point of view, and this goes a long way to resolving issues and making that word communication count in your relationship. Guys, these are the 4 points that I have for today. So if you like these, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll continue getting contents. If you didn't like it, please put your comments below. Still hit the like button, but put your comments below. I want to hear your thoughts on this. I know there's a lot more other points to communication. If there's any other ones that you can think of, please feel free to put those in the comment section, and let me hear your thoughts, because relationships, as we all know, they're tough. It's not easy. So let me hear what you have to say. But I wish you good luck in your relationship, and see you on the next video.